Good evening and welcome. Thanks very much for tuning in to NDTV. I'm Padmaja Joshi, and on every story that matters, remember, the buck stops here. It's just months to go for the mega battle of Bengal, and Amit Shah today drew the battle lines, pitching the upcoming polls not just as a fight to win a state, rather an existential battle. Recently, in fact just yesterday, RSS Organization Secretary B.L. Santosh had said that the BJP needs to win Bengal in order to save India, a claim that Home Minister Amit Shah reiterated today. Speaking in a rare press conference that he addressed in Kolkata after holding a two-day-long organizational review in West Bengal, Amit Shah said that the 2026 election is critical not just for Bengal, but it's a fight to save India's culture. He also accused the TMC of actively changing the demography of West Bengal to secure their vote bank in the state, and predicted that this time around the BJP is going to storm to power, unseat the Trinamool Congress, and that too with a thumping two-third majority.
सांप्रदायिक तुष्टीकरण को इस राज्य सरकार ने अपनी नीति के रूप में स्वीकार कर लिया है। अब मरहम लगाने का प्रयास हो रहा है, मैं सुबह से देख रहा हूं, मगर अब मरहम लगाने से कुछ नहीं होता है। हृदय पर, बंगाल की हिंदुओं के हृदय पर घाव इतना गहरा बैठ गया है कि कोई मरहम काम नहीं आएगा। अब आपका जाने का समय तय हो गया है। सुने नहीं, मैं कहा 2/3 बहुमत के साथ सरकार बनाएंगे, 2/3 मेजोरिटी के साथ सरकार बनाएंगे, तो टारगेट हो ही गया। बंगाल की जनता अब जान गई है और इसके खिलाफ लामबंद भी हो रही है। और मुझे मालूम है अगला चुनाव घुसपैठियों को निकालने के मुद्दे पर और घुसपैठ रोकने के मुद्दे पर लड़े जाना वाला है, क्योंकि न केवल ये बंगाल का मामला रहा है। मैं आज बंगाल की जनता को इस प्रेस वार्ता के माध्यम से बताने आया हूं कि बंगाल की बॉर्डर से हो रही घुसपैठ सिर्फ बंगाल का मामला नहीं रहा है, अब ये राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा का मामला है। देश की संस्कृति को बचाना है, देश की सुरक्षा को सुनिश्चित करना है, तो बंगाल की बॉर्डर सील कर दे, ऐसी देशभक्त सरकार यहां लानी पड़ेगी, जो ममता बनर्जी नहीं कर सकती, केवल और केवल भारतीय जनता पार्टी कर सकती। देश भर से जो घुसपैठिए पकड़े जा रहे हैं, इनके पास से बंगाल के डॉक्यूमेंट, फर्जी डॉक्यूमेंट पकड़े जाते हैं। उन्होंने घुसपैठियों को अपनी वोट बैंक मजबूत करने के लिए राज्य सरकार की नीति के रूप में स्वीकार कर लिया है। इसलिए मैं कहता हूं कि तृणमूल कांग्रेस घुसपैठ नहीं रोक सकती। बंगाल की डेमोग्राफी खतरनाक तरीके से बदल रही है और आने वाला समय बहुत चिंताजनक। बीएसएफ को भूमि देनी पड़ेगी फेंसिंग के लिए भारत सरकार को। मेरे स्तर पर मैंने 7 पत्र लिखे ममता बनर्जी को। ये 6 साल के अंदर 3 बार गृह सचिव यहां आकर मीटिंग कर गए चीफ सेक्रेटरी से।
Naturally, a livid TMC hit back, arguing that the BJP is unnecessarily trying to polarize the elections in the name of Ghuspaithia, Mandir, Masjid, demographic changes, when the TMC actually has worked for everyone equally, and for good measure, they reminded the BJP that their past predictions for Bengal, for the kind of tally that they claimed that they would get, have never come true.
বাংলায় শুধু অনুপ্রবেশকারী, কাশ্মীরে নাকি নেই। তাই যদি সত্যি হয় বন্ধু, একটা কথার উত্তর চাই, পহেলগাঁও তাহলে কি আপনারা করলেন? দিল্লিতে কিছুদিন আগে যে ঘটনা ঘটে গেল, অনুপ্রবেশকারী বাংলা ছাড়া কোথাও নেই, তাহলে কি আপনারা করলেন?
আরে বাংলায় যদি ঘুষপেটিয়া হয়ে থাকে, 11 বছর ধরে আপনার সরকার কেন্দ্রে, 6 বছর ধরে আপনি দেশের স্বরাষ্ট্রমন্ত্রী, সবার আগে আপনার রিজাইন করা উচিত। আপনি কাকে এসব বোকা বানাচ্ছেন? কাকে এসব বলে বোকা বানাচ্ছেন?
হ্যাঁ, আমাকে অনেকে বলে আমি অ্যাপিজমেন্ট করি। আমি অ্যাপিজমেন্ট করি না, আমি সেকুলার সঠিক তথ্যে, অর্থাৎ সর্বধর্ম সমন্বয়, রামকৃষ্ণ পরমহংসদেবের মাটির মানুষ আমরা।
And that brings us to the big question on which the buck stops here. Why is the Bengal election being pitched as the battle for existence, an existential battle by the BJP and the RSS? And can the Saffron Party really win this existential battle in the face of a very aggressive, very assertive and a politically shrewd Mamata Banerjee, who has constantly managed to keep them out of her bastion? Joining us today on the show, we have Shubhankar Bhattacharya, political analyst, senior journalist Sameer Chaugankar, and Ashutosh, political analyst Huda Zariwala. But I'm going to start by asking you, Pradeep Bhandari, national spokesperson of the BJP, and it's a fact. First you said 200 par nahi hua. Then in Lok Sabha elections, you said 20 par. 18 se you came down to 12. So today the TMC is saying that you might just have dug yourself into a hole by claiming you will get 2/3 majority.
Well, Padmaja, I've been camping in Bengal in the last 1 month, and a lot of Karyakartas in Bengal are camping in the last 1 month. Let me tell you that if you see and analyze the 2021 assembly elections in Bengal, it was positive for the Bharatiya Janata Party, because just in a gap of 5 years between 2016 and 21, our vote share increased from a single digit to 38%, and from less than 10 seats to 77 seats. No political party in the history of independent India in a gap of 5 years has seen this amount of growth in Bengal. So we just need an increment of 6% vote share. Even in 2024 Lok Sabha elections, if you project that on the assembly level, we are leading on 91 seats, and there are 40 seats which we lost just by 5,000 votes. So we are in a very comfortable position, and we will clean sweep the elections in Bengal, because on the ground in Bengal, people are massively angry against Mamata Banerjee's appeasement and pro-Ghusbaitia politics. And if you travel right from the stretch of Siliguri up to South 24 Pargana, this is a common narrative. Now, there are
but
three
here's the
different
thing, Pradeep Bhandari. Again, let me bring you back, because you've given a specific figure of 2/3 majority. That's what the Home Minister said. ऐसा कहते हैं कि दूध का जला छाछ भी फूक फूक के पीता है. आप तो तीसरी बार, थर्ड टाइम लकी होंगे आप, या 200 पार वाला ही फ्यूचर होने वाला है?
Padmaja, I'll tell you 2/3. If you again extrapolate and see, even in 2024, which Trinamool Congress claims that it is its victory, if it goes and digs the data further, it will see that if you total the number of seats on which we are leading and the number of seats on which we have just lost with less than 10,000 votes, this amounts to more than 180 seats. And from 2024 to now, there are various factors on Mamata Banerjee's governance where people of Bengal, in particular women, have made up their mind to overthrow this corrupt Mamata Banerjee government.
Okay.
So on the ground, in terms of vote share and seat share both, we are very, very comfortable, and data also backs us. But the larger point here is the following. Why do we say it's a civilizational battle?
Okay.
The demography in Bengal right now is on the cusp of what it was pre-partition. We are the party which fought, which protected and saved Bengal from partition. It was Shama Prasad Mukherjee. Today you see in Bengal the demography is changing, and all these illegal infiltrators who are coming are found in crime against the daughters of Bengal.
Okay, I will just come to the civilizational part in a second, but just to show the numbers to our viewers and to Shubhankar Bhattacharya, just to understand if it's possible to get a 2/3 majority, look at the trajectory that the BJP has seen in West Bengal, Shubhankar Bhattacharya. From 2011, where they had just a 4% vote share and 0 seats, they have gone up to a 38%, almost a 39% vote share, and they have, in the assembly, they have gone to a 38.15% vote share, and they have 177 seats, which means that they have gained 34% vote share in just a matter of 10 years. Today, they are saying that this is a battle, almost like a dharma yudh, and in this existential battle, you have anti-incumbency, and they are going to finish off this gap that they have with the Trinamool Congress. 10 years, they increased by 34%, and this time they are going to get 2/3 majority. Shubhankar Bhattacharya, existential battle.
Right. Padmaja, see, if we go back in the time, now what happened in 2021 elections, BJP had two things working for them. Number one, they had the momentum of 2019 elections, where they had actually performed better in West Bengal as well. Then, by the end of 2020, there was a major shift in, a lot of leadership from TMC left the party and joined the BJP. there was a narrative set that time that by the time the elections are over, the Didi will be left alone. What happened in 2021 then? Then a new narrative came up, which was like, Do Mai Didi Gai. If you all remember that. It's all the facts, so I'm not making anything up. So all those narratives were set up. What happened? Of course, the BJP had a major jump. A lot of shift was there from the communist, a lot of shift was there from TMC, with the help of Mukul Rai and Shubhendu Adhikari, of course, whom they used to call, the most corrupt netas of TMC. But later on, anyways, I won't come to that. So what has happened? They had that momentum going up with them. What happened in 2024? Now, let me remind you, in 2021 as well, in that elections, they didn't raise their number at the cost of TMC. The TMC also had increased the number, but they had 4 seats more as compared to the last election. So it wasn't at the cost of that. There was even a shift of the vote share was even 4% extra since the last election. So again, that even didn't even cost the TMC the vote share as well. Now, come 2024, there was a lot of rhetorics and narratives were built up again. There was Sandesh Khali, there was Ajika, that was being said.
Sir,
that,
in 2021 they went from 3 seats to 77 seats. आप दुनिया भर की आपने जलेबी बनाई. My simple question is that in 5 years between 2016 and 2021 they went from 3 seats to 77 seats. And now if they are going to increase by that same proportion again, they are going to reach third majority.
I said that. I just said, did that happen at the cost of TMC? Did TMC lose any seat for that? I just asked a very simple question. I don't know why I did to find a jalebi.
It's simple enough. Now they're going to come for you.
It's a very simple question I'm asking.
The answer to that is no. The BJP grew at the cost of Congress and communists.
They didn't have to lose anything.
Now they are saying they're going to come for you.
Padmaja, see, any debate cannot happen if you want to just to hear, oh yes, the BJP is winning, and Padmaja is again the happiest person sitting on the table that, oh, BJP is winning. It's not like that. I'm just putting up my facts.
I will still be sitting here doing the buck stops.
The point is very simple. I'm just putting up a very simple 2024. See, I said that the 2029 election momentum was with them.
Okay.
There was a lot of things were working. The system was working for them. This time, even the 2024 election momentum that stays with the India bloc, it has given a good rise especially to the TMC. It is the second best performance in the Lok Sabha that we have seen in the last year. So that momentum is also there. So I think again. See, in Bengal, it is not about Hindu-Muslim. It is more about, rather than Hindutva, it is more about Bangalitva. What is about Bangalitva?
Let's open this up. Let's open this up now. When you're talking about an existential battle, you peaked in 2021, Pradeep Bhandari. And now, have you played that ultimate daw, as they say, by making it some kind of dharma yuddha, saying that, this is going to be... Are you almost guilting the voters by saying ये हम सिर्फ बंगाल को नहीं बचा रहे हैं, ये देश को बचाने की लड़ाई है? So if you don't vote for the BJP, you are going against India altogether.
Well, Padmaja, if you come on the ground and you've covered so many elections, and if you will speak to the women of Bengal, the subconscious fear is that what is happening in Bangladesh, if we do not change the government of Bengal here, its excessive appeasement would create a similar situation. Recall what happened to Hargobind Das and Chandan Das. They were murdered and the Hindus had to flee Murshidabad, and the 13 convicted, 3 were Trinamool Congress leaders. If you recall, in 2021, we were not present in majority of the booths. Roughly, Bengal has 80,000 booths. This time we are present on more booths than we were in 2021. And the arrogance shown by Shubhankar, who always backs the Trinamool Congress, is precisely the arrogance shown by the Congress party after the 2024 Lok Sabha election, where they were in opposition. They thought they've come to power, despite we coming to power in Lok Sabha for the 3rd consecutive time. What were the result of the subsequent elections? Delhi we won, Haryana we won, Maharashtra we won, Bihar we won. And exactly similar arrogance is shown by the Trinamool Congress in Bengal. So wait and watch. People of Bengal will defeat Trinamool Congress. It's not on the Bharatiya Janata Party. Bharatiya Janata Party will be the catalyst of the sentiment which is on the ground against massive appeasement, corruption and misrule of Mamata Banerjee.
Okay, very quickly, Shubhankar, respond to that. Bengal will turn into Bangladesh. That is the underlying message, which is why existential battle.
See, this is the most interesting point. All the elections are happening in West Bengal. Now we are going to face the election in West Bengal. They are not talking about West Bengal at all. All they are talking about is Bangladesh. You are more concerned what is happening in Bangladesh. You don't have a vision for West Bengal at all. That is the basic problem. Else you shouldn't have been posing a pistol on the head that saying that अगर डबल इंजन की सरकार होगी तब तो हम आपका डेवलपमेंट करेंगे, अगर हमारी नहीं होगी तो हम डेवलपमेंट रोक देंगे. You stopped 1,80,000 crores of West Bengal due to them. So now the thing is, now if Amit Shah goes over there and says that, oh, I care about West Bengal so much, you're only talking about infiltrators. You're not talking about the citizens of West Bengal. What have you done for them?
समीर जी, क्या ये फियर मॉन्गरिंग है, लोगों के डर में, मन में डर बैठाना कि आप बांग्लादेश देखोगे, जो बांग्लादेश में हिंदुओं की हत्या हो रही है वही आपके देश में होनी शुरू हो जाएगी, बंगाल में होना शुरू हो जाएगा?
मुझे लगता है कि वेस्ट बंगाल की जनता इस बात को अब समझ रही है कि जिस तरह से बांग्लादेश में हो रहा है और जिस तरीके से लगातार घुसपैठिए बंगाल के अंदर रहे और एसआर को लेकर जिस तरीके से विरोध किया गया, तो बंगाल की जनता को लग रहा है कि भाई क्यों इतना अगर घुसपैठियों को बाहर निकालने की कोशिश हो रही है तो क्यों उनके पक्ष में बोला जा रहा है। और देखिए 1977 से लेकर 2011 तक लेफ्ट की गवर्नमेंट रही, लगभग 30 to 30 ईयर्स की रही। 2011 से ममता बनर्जी की सरकार है। 50 साल बाद आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी वहां सरकार बनाने की स्थिति में बन गई है। लेफ्ट साफ हो गए, कांग्रेस साफ हो गई, अब बंगाल से ममता बनर्जी का साफ होने का समय आ गया है। और जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी 2011 में जिसके पास एक भी सीट नहीं थी, 2016 में जिसके पास 3 सीटें रही और 2021 में जो 77 सीट्स लेकर जाती है, वो 38% का वोट बैंक है भारतीय जनता पार्टी का। अगर भारतीय जनता पार्टी और ममता बनर्जी के बीच आप गैप देखेंगे तो 48 के लाख के करीब वोट का फर्क है, 8% का वोट का फर्क है। और ये इस बार भारतीय जनता पार्टी कवर करने जा रही है और ममता बनर्जी के लिए चुनाव बहुत मुश्किल और बहुत टफ है इस बार ममता बनर्जी के लिए। और ये लग रहा है ममता बनर्जी जिस तरह से स्पीच दे रही है, जो मोदी जी ने बिहार चुनाव के बाद कहा था कि गंगा बिहार से निकल के बंगाल में जाती है, तो वो बहुत मैसेज था कि बिहार हमने जीता है, अब बंगाल हम जीतने जा रहे हैं। और जिस तरीके से अमित शाह जी ने आज पत्रकार वार्ता लेकर जो बताया है कि करप्शन को लेके बोला, घुसपैठी को लेके बोला,
एग्जिस्टेंशियल बैटल कहना, क्योंकि मैं एक बार फिर से बीएल संतोष,
आज बंगाल जिस स्टेज पर पहुंच गया है, जिस तरीके से आप मुस्लिम पॉपुलेशन जिस तरीके से वहां पर टीएमसी ने जो एक इंडस्ट्री खड़ी कर दी है कि जो बंगाल से जो बांग्लादेश से जो आ रहे घुसपैठी उनको वहां पर राशन कार्ड बनाना, आधार कार्ड बनाने के लिए मदद करना, उनको वहां पर नागरिक बनाना और एक पूरी इंडस्ट्री खड़ी करके जिस तरीके से वोटर बना लिए गए बंगाल के अंदर, वह अब मुझे लगता है कि जो अमित शाह जी ने कहा है कि भाई हमारे अस्तित्व की लड़ाई है इस बार, और वो संतोष ने भी कहा
भारत के अस्तित्व की लड़ाई है,
वही भारत के अस्तित्व की लड़ाई है और बीजेपी के लिए भी है, क्योंकि बीजेपी भारत को बचाने की जो लड़ाई लड़ रही है सभी राज्यों के अंदर, चाहे वो केरल हो चाहे बंगाल हो। बिहार जीता है, बंगाल में भी यही है जो बीएल संतोष ने कहा था, जो अमित शाह ने कहा और जो प्रधानमंत्री मोदी ने कहा था, अब ये भारत को बचाने की लड़ाई है।
आशुतोष, so this is bigger than just Bengal. This is a fight to save India's soul, as it were. It's very often said that we are fighting to save India's soul. BL Santosh, Amit Shah saying, सच में BJP is fighting to save India's soul. To quote him, he said that Bengal is not a political battle, it's a civilizational battle for us. It won't be a 19th or 20th state. To save India from a big demographic challenge, we want to win Bengal and we will have to win Bengal.
देखिए, अगर ममता बनर्जी अगर देशद्रोही हैं, ममता बनर्जी अगर गद्दार हैं, तो फिर उनकी सरकार को बर्खास्त कर देना चाहिए, क्योंकि देश की रक्षा, राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा की रक्षा सिर्फ भारतीय जनता पार्टी कर रही, सिर्फ वही देश को बचा रही है, तो बाकी के जितने विपक्ष के नेता हैं उनको उनकी जगह जेल में होनी चाहिए। ये जो नैरेटिव है, ये बड़ा खतरनाक नैरेटिव है। ये खतरनाक नैरेटिव इस देश को बर्बाद करेगा, क्योंकि देश सिर्फ सत्ता पक्ष से नहीं चलता, जो सत्ताधारी पार्टी होती है उसकी वजह से नहीं चलता। देश चलता है विपक्ष की वजह से, और लोकतंत्र विपक्ष की वजह से ही जिंदा रहता है। अन्यथा जब राजा हुआ करते थे तो विपक्ष नहीं होता था, तानाशाही में विपक्ष नहीं होता था। ये जो नैरेटिव बनाने की कोशिश की जा रही है, बहुत ही खतरनाक नैरेटिव है। और इसलिए मैं बीजेपी से बार बार रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं कि भाई आप रोटी कपड़े मकान के सवाल पे क्यों नहीं आप चुनाव लड़ते हो। पश्चिम बंगाल भारतीय जनता पार्टी और विचारधारा के लिए एक बहुत बेहतरीन जगह है, क्योंकि जिस 2011 में भारतीय जनता पार्टी को 4% वोट मिले, वहां पे आज वो लगभग 40% वोट पर बैठी हुई है। यानी वहां पर टीएमसी के लिए और बीजेपी के लिए लड़ाई, बहुत जबरदस्त लड़ाई होने वाली है। लेकिन अगर आप उसको, कुछ लोगों को, विपक्ष को पूरी तरीके से आप देशद्रोही साबित कर देंगे, तो फिर एक वक्त ऐसा भी आएगा जब आप इस देश की जनता को भी देशद्रोही साबित कर देंगे, क्योंकि वो जनता विपक्ष को वोट करती है। और आज की तारीख में अगर राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर देखें तो कम से कम 64% आबादी वो है जो बीजेपी को वोट नहीं करती है। 64% आबादी देशद्रोही है।
Dangerous narrative, Pradeep Bhandari. Respond to that, to pitch it some kind of like a civilizational battle.
Well, definitely it's a civilizational battle, Padmaja. When you have Bobby Hakeem, who's the mayor of Bengal, mayor of Calcutta, and the right hand of Mamata Banerjee, who says openly that he dreams of a place when Calcutta will become Muslim majority. The soul of India continues to be a democracy when India is a Hindu majority country, and Bengali Hindus are the soul of Bengal. It is as simple as that. What you see in Bangladesh when the Hindus became minority, the Hindus today are being targeted by the radical Islamists. Today you see Mamata Banerjee openly backing illegal Bangladeshi infiltrators and has not given 600 kilometers of land. So what do we do when we have a political opponent which wants to change the demography of Bengal, the soul of which is Swami Vivekanand, Rajaram Mohan Roy, Rabindranath Thakur, and all of this soul is only protected when Bengal continues to be a Bengali Hindu majority place. When you have a situation when Jago Ma, which is the Sanskriti of Bengal, when Shakti, which is the Bhumi of Bengal, and a Trinamool Congress leader comes up and stops and says that you cannot sing Jago Ma or Joy Ma in the land of Shakti because it does not appeal to the appeasement of Trinamool Congress. So when you have this agenda of the Trinamool Congress where it wants to alter the demography and the soul of Bengal, definitely it's a civilization.
Ashutosh ji, respond.
The people of Bengal are fighting. What do we do when we have illegal Bangladeshi infiltrators
देखिए पद्मजा,
who are going ahead and raping?
पद्मजा ये मैंने कहा ना, ये नैरेटिव अगर हिंदू मेजॉरिटी डिस्ट्रिक्ट है तो वो देश के लिए खतरा नहीं है, लेकिन अगर भारतीय मुस्लिम मेजॉरिटी अगर कोई डिस्ट्रिक्ट हो जाए तो देश के लिए खतरा है। ये जो नैरेटिव बना, क्या यहाँ के मुसलमान भारतीय नहीं है? क्या यहाँ के मुसलमान भारतीय नहीं है? और अगर उनके किसी डिस्ट्रिक्ट में मेजॉरिटी, अगर उनकी पॉपुलेशन अगर मेजॉरिटी में हो जाती है तो देश को खतरा होता है, तो फिर सारे मुसलमानों को बाहर कर दीजिए ना।
प्रदीप,
सब इकट्ठा करिए सबको और अरब की साड़ी में जाके फेंक दीजिए। ये जो साफ तौर पर भारत के मुसलमानों को गद्दार, देशद्रोही, पाकिस्तान परस्त बनाने की कोशिश की जा रही है, यही बीजेपी का एजेंडा है जो इस देश को तबाही के रास्ते पर ले जा रहा। लेकिन मैं फिर कहता हूं कि भाई मेरी नजर में चाहे हिंदू मेजॉरिटी डिस्ट्रिक्ट हो या प्रदेश हो या मुस्लिम मेजॉरिटी, उससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है? भारतीय है ना। बीजेपी कहना
words like Gaddar, Deshdrohi and all for the Muslim community have been used by Ashutosh. Please make it very, very clear. Words like Gaddar and Deshdrohi and etc. have been used by Ashutosh for the Muslim community, not by the Bharatiya Janata Party. I am quoting a certain fact. Look around the country, look around Bharat. This is what Ashutosh is saying is exactly what the Congress Party had promised in Nehru Liaquat Pact to the Hindus who went to Bangladesh and Pakistan. And the likes of Ashutosh said ki secularism hai, chale jao. What is the result of Hindus in Bangladesh and Pakistan? Why has their population come down? Ashutosh needs to answer and the pseudo-secularists needs to answer. Why is it that any district in Bengal which has become from Hindu minority has never become Hindu majority? Why is it that when Hindus become minority, there is a democratic veto which is established where the Bengali Hindus do not have the right to influence the voting outcome? Go ahead and see what has happened.
But has the population of Muslims grown in West Bengal with the same proportion as has happened in Bangladesh? That's my question. Is this a fair comparison?
Ambedkar's thoughts on Pakistan.
I mean, you've only had a Muslim growth of about
Absolutely,
9%
yes, it's a fair comparison. This is not what I am saying.
Hello?
Well, Padmaja, if the rate of growth of population goes further and the rate of influx of Bangladeshi infiltrator also goes forward, you will see majority of Bangladeshi infiltrators taking Aadhaar card and becoming Indian citizens and altering demography. Please go ahead. I openly invite you to come and travel to South 24 Pargana. Ask Bengali Hindus themselves what do they feel. Ask daughters of Bengal who had to flee from Murshidabad. Why did Hindus have to flee from Murshidabad if everything is safe and sound?
Shubhankar Bhattacharya, same trajectory.
Hargobind Das and Chandan Das, Hindus had to flee. That is the reality. The state gives patronage to Bangladeshi infiltrators and does not protect the soul of Bengal, which is Shakti, which is Bangladeshi Hindu.
Shubhankar Bhattacharya.
Right in Bengal as others have. That's a hard fact.
See, the thing is that now Pradeep can go Yagriya continuously. I don't mind it. The thing is that you need to understand. When you say that the entire demography of Bengal is changing, you have to understand. See what Home Minister said over there. We are not being given the land over there. Now let me tell you, let me recall. In 2015, there was a land reconciliation deal between the Bangladesh and West Bengal area. So who takes part in it? of course, the central government. So while that reconciliation, that meet was there, we lost over 10,000 square kilometer to Bangladesh, and we did adjust 3,000 square kilometer only. Right? You gave that away to Bangladesh. Now, these bordering areas, that is the problem when you actually come up without knowing anything about the border.
बंगाल के बीच में बांग्लादेश और इंडिया के बीच में land parcels
over. It is not like a boundary. There isn't even no man's land existing over there. There is a huge mass of land where you have entire villages. Now, the West Bengal government has been continuously asking the central government to come to a reconciliation between the two countries so that we can have a actually defined border over there.
On 12th of December called out your lie, Shubhankar.
You need to understand, there are villages, those who have the front door opening in India, the back, they have the back window or the doors opening in Bangladesh. There are even, the entire residential area set over there. So that is the job of the central government to take care of it. You cannot say, now it is like becoming, the BSF is not being, the BSF, it is not becoming BSF.
You are openly lying.
Pradeep Bhandari.
Calcutta High Court has called out your lie.
If you fail to control your BSF,
Padmaja,
then you should not be actually sitting in the center. That is the problem.
Padmaja, this is 12th of December. Sorry, this is 11th of December. This is Calcutta High Court which asked the Bengal government that why has it not given 600 kilometers of land despite repeated reminders by the central government. And this is not what I am saying. This is the acting Chief Justice at that time who said that and has asked the response from the Bengal government. So if your intention is honest to
because the West Bengal government
didn't go into that meeting, they refrained to sit in that meeting. Khatun, a Bangladeshi infiltrator was given a Gram Panchayat ticket from Trinamool Congress. And the Calcutta High Court had to step in and say that your election is illegal.
Because you
give tickets to Bangladeshi infiltrators to fight on a Trinamool Congress ticket. You do not give land so that we cannot fence the borders and you give the Aadhaar card to Bangladeshi infiltrators. And you talk about Sonar Bangla, the amount that Bengal...
Aadhaar card to Bangladeshi infiltrators. If the Bangladeshi infiltrators had Aadhaar card and voter card
Congress and Communists have reduced it to 3.5%.
What was the process? When did you find out that they were...
Sir, you are giving fake voter Aadhaar card and ID card.
Okay, sir, we are changing the goalposts here and being a little liberal with facts. When you're talking about infiltrators, there was a reply that was tabled on fencing on the Indo-Bangladesh border, Ashutosh ji, on the 20th of August 2025, where the government made it absolutely clear that out of 456.224 kilometers of feasible international border length in West Bengal, land for only 77.9 kilometers had been handed over to executing agency. For the balance stretch of 378.289 kilometers land, acquisition is yet to be initiated, and it was in various stage of initiation, payment, etc. So there is infiltration, there is a lack of border fencing, and this is a very real problem which the BJP and Sangh today are saying has pushed Bengal towards its existential crisis, and these elections are going to address that existential crisis.
See, I do not agree with this data. I basically question the very intent of the Modi government on the issue of these Ghuspetiyas. A very intent. Why I am saying so? Because if you compare the data of 2004 and 2014, when Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister, and compare the data from 2014 to 2024, when the Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister, you compare the data, the number of deportation made. And you will surprise to know that in 10 years of Manmohan Singh time, more than 90,000 illegal foreign nationals were deported. Most of them Bangladeshis. But during Narendra Modi's time, the number has shrunk to less than 10,000. So what the government, when the government, that means on the issue of infiltrators, Manmohan Singh government is more committed, more efficient, more competent, and more forthwith, where the Modi government has totally failed. And I give the data of the first 5 years of the Modi government. You will be surprised to know that in 2014 only 989, in 2015 474, in 2017 308, and in 2017 only 51.
Okay.
Only 51. And if I compare the last 5 years of Manmohan
lie.
Singh. In 2009, 10,602, 2010, 6,290, 2011, 6,761, 2012, 6,527, 2005. So you data speaks a story that BJP's commitment on the issue of infiltration is
Sameer ji.
abysmal. It's only a political
BJP's
slogan for
commitment
them.
is only
Nothing else.
token.
लेकिन लगता है आशुतोष जी ने जो कहा उसमें थोड़ा फ्लैक्चुअल गलत है, उसके अंदर कुछ डाटा गलत दिया उन्होंने। मनमोहन सिंह का जो जिक्र कर रहे थे 2014 से लेकर, तो उस समय तो बंगाल के अंदर भी एक नारा लगता था जब ममता कम्युनिस्ट की सरकार थी और जो 2011 में ममता बनर्जी की सरकार बनी कि हम दो हमारे दो, बाकी बांग्लादेशी से आने दो। जो लोग आए हुए थे उनको वापस भेजने के लिए मनमोहन सिंह ने किया था, जितने जो लंबी घुसपैठ हुई थी उस समय के दौरान। और जहां तक होम मिनिस्ट्री का स्टेटमेंट है लोकसभा के अंदर, वो कह रहे हैं भाई आप जमीन नहीं दे रहे हो तो हम कैसे वहां पर बॉर्डर पर बांग्लादेश को रोक पाएंगे। ममता बनर्जी को कि देश हित में जमीन तो देना चाहिए, पैसा ले लिया, आप जमीन नहीं दे रहे हो, आप क्यों नहीं देश के हित में कोशिश कर रहे हो कि भाई केंद्र सरकार का जमीन मांग रही तो हम जमीन दे दे, वहां पर बॉर्डर पर फिनिशिंग बनेगी और बांग्लादेशी घुसपैठ नहीं कर पाएंगे। क्यों ममता बनर्जी केंद्र सरकार के साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर नहीं चल रही कि नहीं आपको जमीन चाहिए, हम जमीन देते हैं, जितने जल्दी हो सकती है आप वहां पर बनाइए बाउंड्री वॉल बनाना, जो आपको फिनिशिंग बनाना बनाइए, बांग्लादेशी घुसपैठ भारत के अंदर नहीं होना चाहिए। आप पैसा ले रहे हो, आप जमीन नहीं दे रहे हो सरकार को। गृह मंत्री आज खुद कह रहे थे कि भाई होम सेक्रेटरी 3 बार बंगाल के डीजीपी से मिलकर चले गए। होम मिनिस्टर खुद कहते हैं कि मैंने 6 बार लेटर लिखा ममता बनर्जी को, लेकिन अभी तक जमीन नहीं दी जा रही है। तो मुझे लग रहा है कि ममता बनर्जी का इंटेंशन है कि भाई जमीन नहीं देना है मुझे, और बांग्लादेशी जितने आ जाए, जितना मेरा वोट बैंक बन जाए। और यही एसआईआर पे जो विरोध कर रही है ममता बनर्जी, उसका कारण यही है कि बांग्लादेश के जो वोटर्स बनाए कहीं वो बांग्लादेश वापस लौट कर ना जाए, उन्हें रोकने की कोशिश ममता बनर्जी कर रही है। और अब एसआईआर के बाद ममता बनर्जी इस बात को जानते हैं कि 56 लाख वोट तो कट चुके हैं।
Yes.
बाकी 1 करोड़ के अंदर और जो है, अभी जब क्लियर आएगा वोटर लिस्ट तब पता पड़ेगा कि कितने वोटर्स काटे गए बांग्लादेशी उसके अंदर थे। तो मुझे लग रहा है कि डर है ममता बनर्जी का, जो 2011 से लेकर 2024 तक ममता बनर्जी ने जो घुसपैठियों का वोटर बनाया था, वो सारे जो गृह मंत्री ने कहा था कि डिटेक्ट करेंगे, डिलीट करेंगे और डिपोर्ट करेंगे।
यानी कि एसआईआर के थ्रू ऑल ऑफ दैट हैज हैपेंड हुडा जरीवाला, एंड व्हिच इज व्हाई दैट डेमोग्राफिक एक्सपेरिमेंट हैज नाउ बीन स्टॉप्ड इन इट्स ट्रैक्स. दैट इज व्हाई दिस इज बीइंग कॉल्ड एन एक्जिस्टेंशियल बैटल.
Well, not really. Let's not forget that the outsider narrative which goes around in Bengal, wherein, you know, the TMC successfully uses, and rightly so, the Bengali pride, you know, versus the Bohiragoto, which is like the outsider strategy. So BJP is portrayed as a Gujarati / Delhi party. They do not appeal to the regional sentiments over there. Also, schemes like the Lakshmi Bhandar, which is monthly cash transfers to women, have created
I
a
only have
massive.
3 words for you: Shatrughan Sinha, Yusuf Pathan and Kirti Azad. क्या बोहिर गातो मैम, गुजरात से लेके बिहार तक एमपीज है तृणमूल कांग्रेस के. व्हाट बोहिर गातो आर वी टॉकिंग अबाउट नाउ? और अधीर रंजन चौधरी kept saying I am a local, I am a Hindu. Yusuf Pathan has been figured against.
Allow me, Padmaja, allow me to speak. Schemes like Lakshmi, you know, where women are successfully given monthly cash transfers, the Lakshmi Bhandar, that has appealed widely to the women voter bank, and that obviously plays a significant role. And let us not overrule the fact that there is genuinely a significant Muslim population which evidently votes for TMC and typically benefits them.
Okay, you know, final word, Pradeep Bhandari at this point, and what Mamata Banerjee today said, that you keep putting me in the dock for appeasement. I am here also making temples. I am also going to Durga Pandals. I am also going to the masjid. This is not going to work anymore.
Well, we saw the appeasement of Mamata Banerjee when in Durga Pandal, at the time when Durga Pandal was going on and it was on a Friday, Mamata Banerjee had to put restriction on a Durga Pandal in order to appease her vote bank. Now, I'll tell you, the original Bohiragoto is the Trinamool Congress, because it's the Bharatiya Janata Party, which is the only national party which is founded by a Bengali and is from Bengal. And we are the only party which fought against the partition of Bengal and which saved Bengal. For Trinamool Congress, the Sanskriti only kuch baithiya. This is why they had even demolished Ravindranath Thakur's home in Jorasanko. And if If the SIR exercise is not working, why is it that many of these illegal infiltrators are lining up and queuing up at Hakimpur border and various other border areas from between Bengal and Bangladesh? And why has not a single leader from the opposition, neither Rahul, neither Mamta, said that we are against illegal infiltrators and we back SIR?
Okay, final 30 seconds आशुतोष, final 30 seconds. SIR तो सिर्फ झांकी है, अभी बंगाल पे चढ़ाई बाकी है.
नहीं, बंगाल में चढ़ाई करेंगे नरेंद्र मोदी की सरकार, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है। अमित शाह के नेतृत्व में ऑलरेडी वहां चढ़ाई हो रही है। लेकिन देखिए, मैं फिर इस सवाल को उठाना चाहता हूं मजबूती के साथ। या तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी यह कह दे कि हिंदुस्तान का मुसलमान वो इस देश का नहीं है, तब तो मैं ये मान लूंगा कि किसी भी राज्य के अंदर, किसी भी देश के अंदर, किसी भी जिले के अंदर अगर उसकी मेजॉरिटी होती है तो ऑब्जेक्शनेबल बात है। मैं फिर मेरे बात प्रदीप प्लीज हम मैं आपके बीच में नहीं बोला, मैंने आपके बीच में नहीं बोला, मुझे सुन लेने दीजिए, मेरी बातें आपको चुभती हैं। मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि अगर हिंदुस्तान का कोई भी कोना अगर मुस्लिम मेजॉरिटी होता है तो देश के लिए खतरा कैसे हो सकता है, मैं जानना चाहता। और बांग्लादेश में क्या हो रहा है, क्या हम बांग्लादेश से सबक लेंगे, पाकिस्तान से सबक लेंगे? अरे भाई, हिंदुस्तान है, बांग्लादेश के अंदर तो वहां के मुजीबुर रहमान का कत्ल कर दिया जाता है, वहां की आर्मी जाके क्यों करती है? हम क्या बांग्लादेश से सबक लेने के लिए बैठे हैं?
आप क्या कह रहे हैं?
हिंदुस्तान बहुत बड़ा मुल्क है,
भारत देखना चाहते हैं?
हिंदुस्तान को बांग्लादेश से सबक लेने की जरूरत नहीं है। हाँ, बीजेपी अगर बांग्लादेश
कह रहे हो कि आप 100 साल बाद मुस्लिम मेजॉरिटी भारत देखना चाहते हैं,
बीजेपी अगर बांग्लादेश से सबक लेना चाहती है, वहां उसकी तरीके से काम करना चाहती है तो बात अलग है।
It's about the
बीजेपी
Bengali
को
pride.
पाकिस्तान से सबक लेना चाहिए, बांग्लादेश से सबक लेना चाहिए।
Okay, only 10 seconds I can give you for wrapping up. Pradeep Bhandari.
Not घुसपैठियाज.
Only 10 seconds. Are you declaring all Indian Muslims villains?
We are absolutely not declaring Indian Muslims as villain, but the Bangladeshi Muslims who have been given citizenship by Trinamool Congress leaders and Aadhaar card by Trinamool Congress leaders, we are against.
क्यों नहीं डिपोर्ट कर दिया आपने उन लोगों
every
को?
illegal Bangladeshi
आपने
infiltrator.
डिपोर्ट क्यों नहीं की? क्यों नहीं? क्या लाखों?
अरे कर ही रहे ना, बांग्ला दे दो ना, बस आपके जाके बोलो ममता बनर्जी को।
और बांग्लादेश के साथ अचानक आपने बनाया क्या सेटअप जो बनाया है?
आपकी सरकार कर रहे हैं
तरीके से बॉर्डर पे होता है उसको डिपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, जो ऑलरेडी घुसा है ममता बनर्जी को, उसको कैसे हटाओगे?
Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. This, remember, is the situation when you still have at least 4 months to go for West Bengal. But I think these words should give you an indication of what lies over the next 4 months. An existential battle. This is not just about an election. The stakes extremely high and the themes laid out in front of you. Thanks very much, all gentlemen, and Huda Zariwala for having joined me on that first story.